Hey there friends, welcome back to our channel where we tackle the big questions of life together. Today, we're diving into a query that has been swirling in the cosmos since time began. Who created God? Now, here's the intriguing part. This isn't just a question that pops up in theological debates or quiet moments of personal reflection. It's a topic that often surfaces during discussions between believers and skeptics alike. And the answer, well, it has the power to change the way we view the world, ourselves, and the very essence of belief. So, buckle up, dear viewers, because we're about to embark on a journey that could redefine your understanding of faith forever. But before we launch into the depths of this cosmic conundrum, I want to extend a warm invitation to all of you watching. If you've stumbled upon this video and found yourself intrigued by the thought-provoking content we create, I invite you to hit that subscribe button and join our growing community. Together, we can continue to explore these profound questions that shape our worldviews. Now, let's return to our captivating discussion. Who created God? A deceptively simple question that belies a universe of complexities. At first glance, it might seem like a rhetorical device used by skeptics to challenge the foundations of faith. But when we peel back the layers, we uncover a question that resonates with believers and non-believers alike. Even theologians have grappled with this conundrum throughout history. So, what is it about this question that carries such weight? Why does it stir such passionate debates and introspective journeys? To understand the profound implications of this question, let's break it down. When we ponder who created God, we're essentially questioning the origins of creation itself. If Christian theology holds true and God created the universe, the earth, and all living beings, then the question naturally arises. If God needed a creator, where did that God come from? This seemingly endless cycle of who created whom becomes a stumbling block for those seeking a coherent explanation for our existence. Now, you might be wondering, why should we care about unraveling this cosmic puzzle? What difference does it make to our everyday lives? Here's the thing. The answer to this question impacts the very core of our beliefs and worldviews. It touches upon our understanding of purpose, morality, and the nature of reality itself. Whether we're believers or skeptics, the question, who created God, invites us to confront some fundamental truths about existence. So, how do we navigate this intricate labyrinth of theological quandaries and scientific insights? Well, here's the roadmap we'll follow to shed light on this age-old question. First, we'll delve into the infinite creator problem. Next, we'll explore the scientific perspective on the age of our universe. Then we'll examine the biblical account of creation. Finally, we'll address the concept of God's eternity and how it reshapes our understanding of creation. Stay tuned as we unpack each of these points. Now, let's dive into the first point, the infinite creator problem. This concept is a fascinating area of discussion when exploring the origins of creation. The infinite creator problem highlights a logical dilemma. If everything that exists requires a cause or a creator, then who caused or created the very thing that brought everything into existence? It's like a never-ending chain of cause and effect with no starting point. Imagine a series of dominoes extending infinitely in the past. If every domino represents a creator, then the existence of the entire sequence hinges on a first domino, one that wasn't caused by anything or anyone. Similarly, in the context of religious beliefs, if everything indeed required a creator, then we'd need a first cause, a starting point. Otherwise, we'd face the paradox of infinite regression, where the question of creation never finds an answer. Now you might be thinking, why is this a problem? Shouldn't we just accept this infinite chain of creators? Well, here's the crux of the matter. If everything depended on a previous cause and we had an infinite chain of creators, it would mean that the present moment, the time in which we exist would never arrive. Time itself would cease to have any meaning. Consequently, we couldn't exist, because we'd always be caught up in this unending cycle of creation. Therefore, the very fact that we do exist here and now points to a starting point in the chain of events. It suggests that the first cause or creator must have existed outside the realm of this infinite chain, setting everything else in motion. This concept brings us to a pivotal realization. Our universe, with everything in it, must have had a beginning. Science also corroborates this idea. Observations of the expansion of our universe and the finite amount of usable energy within it provide strong evidence against an eternal universe. Instead, they support the theory that our universe emerged from a single point and has been unfolding over time. This perspective harmonizes beautifully with the biblical account of creation. Genesis, the first book of the Bible, describes the creation of the universe, Earth, and all living things over a period of 6 days, with everything brought into existence through divine action. The account culminates with humanity, Adam and Eve, placed in the Garden of Eden. This narrative, however, goes beyond a simple story. It offers a theological explanation for our existence. God, as the supreme creator, is depicted as having initiated the process of creation ex nihilo, meaning out of nothing. This concept challenges the notion of an eternal universe and aligns with scientific findings that point to a beginning for our cosmos. However, the question still remains. If everything in our universe needed a cause to exist, what caused the existence of God himself? That's where the idea of eternity comes into play. In the Christian faith, God is considered eternal, existing outside of time and therefore not bound by the limitations of cause and effect. In other words, God doesn't depend on any previous cause for his existence, because he is the very source and sustainer of all causes. This concept can be a bit perplexing, so let's break it down further. Think of time as a long river flowing steadily forward. Everything in our universe seems to be carried along by this flow of time. Events happen one after another, and we perceive this sequence as the order of existence. But what if we were to imagine a being, God, who doesn't exist within the confines of this river? Instead, God exists outside of time, completely independent of its flow. From this perspective, time doesn't apply to God. He has no beginning and no end. His existence is timeless. When we talk about God as eternal, we're emphasizing his independence from the limitations of time and causality. He isn't subject to the same rules that govern the universe he created. He isn't bound by the need for a cause, because he is the cause. He is the first and the source of all that exists. This understanding shifts our perspective dramatically. It means that the question, who created God, based on our linear understanding of time and causation, doesn't hold true. God, being eternal, isn't limited by the constraints of our physical reality. So when we contemplate the question, who created God, we encounter a profound truth. The answer lies in the nature of God himself. To comprehend this, we must move beyond our human perception of time and causality. God, the eternal creator, exists outside of time. He is the first cause, the source of all that is, and he is the answer to the question of our existence. And with that, we come to the end of our exploration of the profound question, who created God? I hope this journey has been enlightening and thought-provoking for you. Remember, this topic is a gateway to deeper theological discussions and personal reflections. Feel free to share your thoughts and experiences in the comment section below. Your insights may resonate with others who are on their own spiritual journeys. As we conclude, I encourage you to embrace the spirit of curiosity and wonder that drives us to question and explore. The quest for understanding is a lifelong adventure, Keep asking questions, keep seeking answers, and keep an open mind for the mysteries that unfold before us. If you found value in this video, please show your support by hitting that like button. Subscribe to our channel and ring the notification bell to stay updated with our weekly uploads. Together, let's continue to unravel the complexities of faith, science, and the human experience. Thank you for joining me on this incredible journey. Until next time, stay curious, stay faithful, and keep asking the big questions. May your journey be filled with wonder and enlightenment as you seek to understand the very essence of creation and your place within it.